Welcome to another tour from Los Angeles. This property features 4 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, approximately 6,750 square feet of interior space, and on the market for $12 million. Now, a lot of you have been enjoying more reasonably priced and lower priced homes, so we figured we should bring you up here so you can enjoy this 2-story modern home and the breathtaking views of the surrounding canyons. And I want to give big thanks to the developer Bespoke Houses and the listing agent Tatiana Derovanessian for making this tour possible. And as always, we will have more information about this home in the description of this video. Now, to my right, we have the gates opening up to the private driveway, and this home is located on the iconic Mulholland Drive. Now, this road runs along the crest of the Santa Monica mountain range. So on one side, we have the San Fernando Valley, and on the other side, we have the Los Angeles Basin, and you live right in the center of it. Depending on where you want to go, you have to drive anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes, but in return, you get this peace and tranquil environment. Beyond that, there's also a lot of history with the Mulholland Drive, and a lot of celebrities actually live around here because they enjoy the calm and tranquility and the greenery. Now, with that, we have the driveway bringing us up to the motor court. You can probably park 8 to 10 cars here easily, and you also do have a 2-car garage. And before I talk about the property, I actually want to bring everybody to this section. On the back, we have a spacious terrace with a glass bottom pool facing the canyon. And over here, we have the side yard, nicely hedged, private, green, calm. There's also an easy access to your terrace as well. And they placed a small seating area here. Now, the home on the exterior features stucco, horizontal oak siding, and these big picture windows with black accents. Then they've also placed oversized exterior lights to match the scale of the property. And over here, we have the front door, a pivot door opening up to your former living room. Look at that view, Armand. Isn't that crazy? It's straight from the entry.
It's great. It's great.
The backside of this home, the view, the tranquility, it's quite special. Now over here, they also incorporated this built-in planters, and that's where the roof gutters actually run in and then go into the ground. And this is really interesting. We have the Fleetwood sliding glass doors here, opening up to this lounge. Sectional couch, 2 chairs. I like those upper windows to bring in additional natural light. And it also comes with a full bathroom as well, and access to the right wing of the property where we have the kitchen. It's an interesting space. You can use it as a lounge, turn it into a screening room, game room, possibly make it an office. And given that we have a full bathroom, you can also make it a detached guest suite with its own entry, TV, built-in speakers, hardwood floors. And also, given that we have concrete floors underneath, you can also turn it into an additional garage space as well. Now, getting back out, to my left, we have the 2-car garage. And over here, we have the awesome Hummer SUV. Now, GM North America and GMC lended us this car to use it, and let me tell you, it has been so much fun having this car around. It comes with 3 electric engines, and combined it makes 830 horsepower, and this massive tank is so fast, 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, and we've been actually using it as our work car. We came to the shoot today with this car because it has a great trunk space, so it can accommodate all of our camera gear. Armand, you've driven it, I've driven it. This is so fun.
It is surprisingly fast.
It's really fast. Very nimble because the rear tires also turn. The turning radius of this car is like a motorcycle. And given its scale, I mean, it's a big car, and it's also convertible, technically a hardtop. You can remove the panels, put it in the front, and if you're considering one of these cars, don't take my word for it. Go test drive one, and you'll definitely understand what I mean. And I hope we get to keep this for a couple more months. It's been a lot of fun and an exciting car to drive. Now, coming back over here, again, you can see how they used horizontal oak siding to case the entry, solid wood pivot door with this big oversized brass handle, and it welcomes you into your former living room. The focal point here is the view. That's the Franklin Canyon Park, and given the topography, the hilltops, the greenery, it's like a movie. It's a picture, it's a portrait that lives in your home. You can hear the birds, the wind, the air. It's so quiet once you step inside, and right in the center is our cantilevering glass bottom pool that's also part of the frame and the experience here. You can see how they use stacked stone around that section, and the same stone wraps to the exterior for continuity. And here we have the seating area, Two sets of Fleetwood sliding glass doors open up to the back terrace. And the main floor of this home is really open, gets great natural light. Even on the exterior, we have those massive picture windows, so there's life and air in this home. Now, to my right, to cozy up this section, gas fireplace with this dark stone. And then here, they've installed this walnut paneling system with built-in brass tracks, and you can see how each one of these panels recess into these sections. But to create some dimension, they actually pushed out some of the panels and installed in strip lighting, and those are the sections that you can see here. It gets better around. Let's get a close-up. There's also a discrete door here with a little built-in handle. The door to my left opens up to a powder room. There's a small office here facing the side of the property where we have the yard area, and this is the access to a primary bedroom that we'll see in a second. Again, I can't stress it enough. I love this view. I really appreciate the openness and how all the grout lines perfectly align with the exterior. So there's simple design and pattern continuity. And then over here, we have the formal dining room. The first thing that caught my attention is the solid wood table here. I believe this is Acacia wood, and you can see how they use 1x3 planks to create this table, and then there are small patches within. That's where they probably use screws to hold everything in place, sanded it nicely, and gave it this live edge. And even though it's a fabricated table, it looks so organic, so raw. I really like the craftsmanship here. And as you can see, 8 people can sit comfortably, faces the front of the home, chandelier above, nice art on the wall, and then we flow straight to the kitchen. I like how generous and good size this island is. Bar seating on this side, and the other corner, they left it open and incorporated the same oak to create a nice two-tone contrast because the island features this modern cabinetry. And on the back, they used oak. And I'm assuming they took inspiration from the surroundings and this natural landscape, and one of the incorporated design elements like this looks very light, bright. The contrast helps with these oversized handles. And coming back to the island, we have a solid stone countertop. I'm assuming either a Caesar stone or limestone. Miele gas cooktop with a pop-up vent. And I also like that the vent doesn't come down from the ceiling. It's a pop-up system. It leaves the view open. Imagine waking up in the morning, opening up these sliding glass doors, preparing your breakfast, and listening to sounds of the birds outside. And we're in Los Angeles. I mean, you drive 15, 20 minutes down, you're in Beverly Hills, West Hollywood, but you get to live in an environment like this in a modern home.
And it's correct me if I'm wrong. I think this view is not going to change for quite a while.
Yes, well, it will never change because this is actually a park. It's a 600-acre park. So whatever you see is whatever you're going to be experiencing in the future. There are few homes that are on the other side of the canyon. I mean, they are quite far, but other than that, it's just greenery. And as you know, it's been raining and weather has been great lately. Look how green the canyon is, and we'll talk more about that as well. Now, going to the other side, we have our sink, Miele built-in appliances, including an espresso maker, exterior doors so you have an easy access to the side. And over here, there's another nice concealed door that opens up to the hallway where we have the laundry room, additional storage with some open shelving, and the door at the end opens up to the lounge that we showed earlier. Now, leaving the kitchen, on the other side, we have these floating shelves, and they pop so nicely against the white walls. And it's also nice that they have some stone, cute rustic accessories. Kind of warms up the space. All right, quick pause. I want to thank the sponsor of this video, which is actually me. We couldn't lock in one for this episode, so I'm stepping in. This is Nuare, our candle line. I started this brand because I wanted to take everything we've learned from touring some of the most incredible homes around the world, the materials, the feeling, the atmosphere, and create something that brings that same elevated experience into your own space. So we built it ourselves. Everything is made in Los Angeles, hand poured, all natural ingredients, no synthetic stuff, no paraffins, no petroleum byproducts, nothing artificial. And as part of my daily routine, when I'm working or when I get home and want to wind down and step away from the chaos, I light one of our candles. We have few scents: tangerine vetiver, notes of tangerine, orange blossom, oud, vetiver. It's clean, slightly citrusy up front, and then settles into something warm and very calming. Then we have bergamot rose, more vibrant, slightly floral, sweet, and a bit more expressive. We also have different sizes, from small tester tints to full-size candles. And we also have a new scent coming soon, smoky honey. Think honey and campfire coming together. It's a fun one and exactly smells how it sounds. At the end of the day, this is a small brand we're building from scratch. If you've been enjoying the videos and want to support what we're doing, this is one of the best ways to do it. Go nuarehome.com if you want to check it out. And now, back to the tour. Now, let's check out the terrace. It's nice that your outdoor dining area and your outdoor kitchen is very close to your kitchen. That way, if you're cooking steaks, seafood, you can actually cook it right here and still serve the formal dining room, or just enjoy it right here with this kind of scenery. I like that this section is properly built in with stainless steel cabinetry, your sink, and the outdoor dining area and the view. Now the entire terrace and the side of the property that faces the canyon is all on concrete caissons, and for the most part the structure itself is also concrete and steel. So it takes a lot of resources to have an outdoor terrace like this and really be able to build a home on a hillside. Here you can also see the fire pit, outdoor seating area. It makes me want to just sit down, relax, and enjoy this view. This is awesome. So calm, peaceful, greenery, all these mature trees. And we're shooting this episode at the end of February, and weather is so hot. It's been so great lately. And coming over to this side, in the center, we have the glass bottom pool. This section cantilevers out towards the canyon. And as you can imagine, it sits on massive concrete and steel columns. It's a lot of weight. And then beyond that, look how big those glass panels are. And down below is a very cool lounge. So you're allowing the lower level to get natural light, and you're creating this exciting moment, this experience. And I just want to get in, go all the way to the edge, enjoy this view, the canyon. This is amazing, and what an investment on the homeowner side, especially given the price point of this home, to place something like this, to anchor the terrace and create this moment. And this is the Franklin Canyon Park. It's about 600 acres, has a lot of different trails, walkways, an area down at the beginning of the canyon where you can actually park your car and experience it. So if you're visiting Los Angeles, I highly recommend. It's a very peaceful green park in the middle of the city, and you have this view all to yourself. I love this, and there's also a little walkway down on the lower level that we'll show to you later. Now, on the other side, we have another outdoor seating area. Glass railing throughout to take nothing away from these views. Flooring is all on a pedestal system, so it's nice and even, transition is easy. And this is your home. Again, sliding glass doors, big picture windows, same stacked stone, wraps to the interior with transom windows. And I like that they've installed oak siding underneath the eaves. It just warms up the property a little bit more. Now here, we have the sliding glass doors opening up to the primary bedroom suite. We transition back to hardwood floors, 2 chairs facing this view. Not only we don't have any neighbors looking into this bedroom, I also like that bed is nicely tucked in. So this room is very private. And if I lived here, as soon as I wake up, the first thing I would do is to hit the motorized curtains, open it up, and enjoy this view. This is awesome. The door here opens back up to the hallway that I showed earlier, and continue our tour with the walk-in closet and the bathroom. On this hallway, we have some built-in cabinetry. Here is the spacious walk-in closet. This is all a modular system, meaning the back panels, the tracks in between the reveals, the drawers, glass fronts. You can change it and configure it however you want. For example, if they want additional drawers, they can add it without really having to change the infrastructure here because the tracks are already in place. If they don't want this much hanger space and they want more wardrobe space, they can certainly do that. That's what's so advantageous about these kind of track modular systems. And it extends out all the way to this side. I like the LED lighting and the picture windows above for some natural light. Room is private, spacious, definitely good size for this primary bedroom suite. Now on the other side, separate water closet. On this side, we have the floating vanity, walnut veneer, stone countertop with 2 sinks, and I like this terrazzo tile. I feel like this material is getting really popular, and they obviously have it also on the floor here. And then we have these capsule mirrors that are frameless. They're shaped like a pill, with built-in LED lighting, so it just looks very clean, effortless. They look light on the wall. And then over on this side, we have the freestanding tub, nicely tucked in, same terrazzo tile. And imagine being in this tub and looking at this view. Sliding glass doors properly pocket into the wall, open up to the terrace. I'm constantly thinking about how you would live in this space. And I feel like this is an exciting bathroom. Not because of its size or its fancy features. It's practical, simple, to the point, but more so you can interact with the most important aspect of this home, the surroundings. I don't even think you need really curtains here. You can just leave it open.
You don't see anyone.
You don't see anyone. All right, walk-in shower. We have the rain head above, nice transom window, shower head, handheld, built-in shampoo niche here, and of course it features the same tile. Now, Arman, I have a question for you. I don't know if you remember, but about 3.5 years ago, we toured the property again on the Mulholland Drive. It kind of had the same architectural features and materials. Do you remember that?
100%, I remember.
Yeah, with amazing views of the San Fernando Valley. It's the same developer that also built this home.
Oh, because they're so similar. I
exactly.
understand.
And Tatiana was also the listing agent of that property. I can't believe that was 3.5 years ago.
Wow.
And it's kind of fun to see another one of their projects. Now this time it's still on the Mulholland Drive, but facing a different kind of a canyon view. I would say more private, more tranquil. And I was watching that video and I certainly had a couple extra pounds on me at that time. I don't know why my beard was so long, and I feel like I was looking actually older in that video than now. But that was actually a fun tour. It just made me think they had this glass bridge. So again, big thanks to the developer for opening up their door to us, allowing us to enjoy this home, shared with all of you. And now let's go to the lower level. Now the staircase comes down from the formal living room. The spine itself is all steel and the steps don't touch the surrounding walls. So it has this nice light floating effect. Glass railing, this opening allows all this natural light to come down to the lower level. And here you can see one of the concrete columns that hold up the glass bottom pool. It's a really cool lounge between the surrounding views, fleet with sliding glass doors. This picture window that frames the canyon and the little seating area here. And above me is the glass bottom pool. Now, in order to carry all this weight, the pool, the weight of the home itself on this hillside during some sort of a seismic activity, they wanted to make sure that this structure is really secure in place. And I would even argue that they've over-engineered this pool. Look how big these concrete columns are. And then in order to accommodate the glass bottom, because that's also carrying a lot of weight, they ran this steel I-beam on this side. But what a cool element. And I love how the reflection of the water comes down to this level. This is a very interesting space. I wasn't expecting this. And then if that wasn't enough, you get the canyon views. Super cool. Arman, what do you think? Worth the investment or not?
Absolutely. And this looks like actually you have a terrace in the lower level.
Yes, it does give it that energy.
Yeah, it's wide open. You can see the sky and everything. It's great.
Exactly. And I mean, these concrete columns are massive. And I also like how they left these structural elements exposed. They weren't shy about it. They've embraced it, made it part of the design. And with this textured finish, they gave a different dimension and a spirit to this lounge. But yeah, in order to have that pool, you gotta have all these concrete columns. And these probably go anywhere from 30 to 50, 60 feet into the ground.
Wow.
It's like forks inserted into the soil to make sure it can stay here for generations to come. Now, over on this side, we have a bedroom suite, but I actually want to bring everybody here. There's a small powder room, and then the door to my left opens up to the junior primary bedroom. Now, even though I'm calling it the junior primary bedroom, some may prefer this as their primary bedroom suite. Couple of reasons. Number one, great ceiling height. Number two, inserted even more into the landscape, into the canyon, so you experience more greenery, more privacy. I feel like this room is a little bit more connected to the surroundings than the main level primary bedroom. Obviously, that one is a little bit more practical. If you're gonna live in this home, everything you need is kind of on the top floor. Sliding glass doors open up, 2 sets. Great natural light coming in. I can't even face this side. I have to close my eyes because it's getting so much natural light. Small seating area, and they also have a plug on the corner there for your future TV. Glass wall, little terrace. It's a great room. Same hardwood floors. I like the spirit here. I like the vibes. Now, over on this side, walk-in closet. Same modular system with this lighter tone here. Still very good size. And over here, we have this open, airy bathroom. Same freestanding tub. It actually sits on this little bench, which is kind of interesting, but I bet it makes it easier for you to install and connect it to your drain line. It also gives it a little elevation, so you're sitting a little bit higher. Floor mount tub filler, your open walk-in shower. What I like here is the fact that I can still enjoy the view and enjoy the natural light that comes into the shower as well. The openness, the airiness certainly helps. And then we have a long vanity with 2 sinks, same terrazzo tile on the back wall. And these mirrors are interesting with this thin brass frame, these softer angles. This is the bathroom, and then we have the sliding glass doors opening up to this cute terrace, outdoor seating area. I actually really like how this section is recessed and even more private. In the morning, you can wake up, open up your bathroom door, just enjoy the fresh air and the sunlight and the natural environment that you live in with all these trees. This is super cool. Now, Arman, follow me this way. On the lower level, we also have a terrace with glass railing. Junior primary bedroom. Lounge opens up to this section, and I'm now underneath the glass bottom pool. And here you can see how the concrete cantilevers. Sit down, relax, enjoy the peace and tranquility. I love that we have terraces on both levels, and I also like the fact that how all the bedrooms open up to outdoor spaces. Here we have the last guest suite. Again, Fleetwood sliding glass doors. Comes with a queen bed, full bathroom, walk-in closet. Definitely good size. And again, I love that it opens up to the canyon. Now, this is where the tour gets interesting. There's a steel bridge here, takes you to the other side of the property, and here we have a gym. This room tells a lot about this property and what it took to create this experience. Concrete caissons, concrete retaining walls. They've turned this space into a really cool gym. But the sliding glass doors help. The view is very private. There's a split AC unit, and the ceiling is also concrete with these massive concrete beams. And you can see all the metal conduit, the light fixtures. And here's something also very interesting. Given that this is the gym and they wanted you to have a good experience here, all the drain pipes above are quiet pipe. Cast iron. Remember we talked about it in Utah? So it's quiet. You won't hear the drain lines above you. But it also looks very industrial. Black contrasts nicely against the concrete surface. Why do you think we have these lines on the concrete caisson?
I kind of remember, but you tell me.
Okay, so in order to pour this concrete caisson, they had to use a form. And once the concrete cures and they want to expose the column, they rip the carton around the caisson. As they rip, it just follows this pattern. So you can see how it snakes itself down to the bottom.
This is nice, interesting.
This is a really cool space, but we got one more surprise. There's a staircase on the lower level terrace, and here, I want to see if we can find the angle, Arman. Come with me. Number one, there's a really cool staircase that takes you into the canyon, and there's a pathway here. Maybe later we'll explore it, but again, you're part of this 600-acre canyon. You have all of these grounds and walkways all to yourself. Isn't this cool?
It is amazing.
It's amazing. Now, Arman, on the other side, can you see the lower level terrace?
Yeah, I can see them.
And how we have a concrete pad underneath with concrete beams. So not only you have concrete caissons that go into the hillside, then you have concrete beams to create a platform for this house to sit on. So much investment goes into placing a home like this on a hillside, just to create that little terrace and hold the rest of the structure on the hill. It's crazy. You can really appreciate the amount of concrete and the infrastructure work they had to do, but I just figured it's a cool angle. Now, this is the staircase, and it brings you down to this lower flat pad. I like that they've landscaped this section, brought in gravel, brick pavers to create a little outdoor seating area. I mean, this is your yoga deck, meditation deck, and I would use this space all the time. Let's face it, whoever buys this home, they're most likely gonna buy it because of the peace and tranquility. You can hear the birds. I can hear the air. That's how calm this place is. And then the canyon. You can just walk around, enjoy, come over here. interact with your surroundings, and your two-story modern home is on the other side. I'm glad we toured this home. It's been a fun day. All right, that's it for the tour. What do you think? $12 million, two-story modern home, this breathtaking view, and the peace and tranquility. It is so quiet up here. It was a lot of fun touring this home and really enjoying the scenery. And with that, I want to give big thanks to the listing agent, Tatiana Derovanessian, for making this tour possible. More information will be in the description of this video. And thank you so much for watching this tour.